Good morning to my friends out here in the Philippines. It is currently the morning of the 2nd of December 2019, and you can see here on microwave imagery Typhoon Kammuri, locally known as Tisoy, nearing landfall, and the center of circulation really wrapping up quite decently here as it starts to come on shore in the southeastern areas of Luzon. May even brush northern Samara here with the southern edge of the eye wall. Definitely outer rain bands are going to cruise across Samara as well, and I know the winds have already been picking up there too. Currently, in fact, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency, winds are 80 gusting up to 115 knots. Pressure is at 955 hectopascals, moving west at 25 kilometers per hour. The key thing to note from this, though, is that every single one of these has increased. The pressure has gone down, and the speed has also increased. This is all things we did expect with this storm system. It is moving in an area of favorable development, favorable increase of intensification, and that means just a stronger storm at landfall. Now, a big burst of convection earlier on is wrapping into that center of circulation. We saw that earlier, extended all the way down there towards Leyte, now starting to wrap around the center. And what this means is just we're starting to see those cloud tops really fire up. Very warm waters just off the east coast of Samar here, and we have seen this time again. Every time a storm gets into this area, it flares up, it fires up, and they almost always rapidly intensify just prior to landfall. That is definitely my biggest worry at this time with that impact as it begins to come on shore. Latest Dvorak number on this actually is a 4.7. It's one of the highest we have seen so far. This is saying a pressure of 970, but I think this is being a little bit on the low side. Definitely is deeper, because earlier we actually had a raw number a little bit higher than that. Now, what this simply means, though, it's just what we look at because we do not have recon aircraft in the Western Pacific, so it's just what we look at to kind of get an idea of how strong the storm is. So with all of that said, satellite and all that, signal force 3 has been issued out here into Bicol, Catanduanes, extending down towards Albay. Actually, Mount Mayon, somebody sent me a nice photo I'll share with you in just a minute here out there as well. Everybody's prepared for this. Signal Force 3 might go up to 4, but definitely 3 there. And if you notice, it extends all the way back here towards the north and west with those warnings. It's because that center of the track's moving kind of like that, and really the roughest weather is going to be on the northern edge of that center of circulation. So that's the latest warnings, though, from Pagasa. So there's their track. Keep on forgetting to change that. There is their track, having it come on shore in the southeastern Luzon. Now, like I said, the outer eye wall may brush northern Samar here before it moves across there, and eventually Mindoro, you're probably going to get hit by this on the northern edge as well, and eventually just south of Manila. Now, by the time it gets over to Manila, this is indicating a tropical storm. It probably is going to be a lot weaker out into that direction, but still tropical storm strength winds possible in the metro area. As far as storm surge is concerned, though, Cat 2 now, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency, remember that the winds wrap around, especially on the right side of the storm. That's where I have the highest chance of surge. Moving right up this bay here, though, that is going to be one of the bigger issues from this, and also over towards San Miguel Bay as well as this pushes on by. So there's a lot of potential impacts with this storm as far as the storm surge is concerned, because you have a lot of bays and inlets that tend to funnel the water into them, and that increases that chance of flooding. Not to mention winds on that right front quadrant. A lot of metro areas in here. I shouldn't say metro, but urbanized locations. It's not as rural as northern Philippines are out here in northern Luzon when we've seen those storms earlier this year out there. But as far as the rain is concerned, that is another potential threat here. I mean, that's indicating 520 millimeters. We're talking about 1 to 2 feet of total precipitation when all is said and done with this storm. That's enough to cause some serious flooding, especially if it gets pooled up in some of these mountainous terrains here along the eastern seaboard. That's going to really add it up, and it's all going to have to rush down in low-lying areas. You're looking at flooding and also that chance of landslides to some of the steeper terrain. Actually, and also, I would not be surprised. I think all the ferries have been canceled out here, but I would not head out into the seas. I mean, this is kicking out waves 20 or 30 feet high. That's rough. Anyways, back to the rainfall threat, though. Definitely a big issue right there. So severe flooding threat across Bicol. Manila will see tropical storm strength winds, possibly gust up to typhoon strength, enough to cause minor damage, but there is some decent risk of damage in the Manila area. And like I said, 400 to 500 millimeters of total precipitation. So actually, I just want to quickly show you, kind of as this moves by Manila, where the winds are going to be coming from by Monday night into Tuesday morning. And you can see it kind of moves across Laguna Lake here, but a lot of these towns, Tagaytay as well, is going to be ranked by typhoon strength winds. Now the downtown area a little bit further towards the north, but tropical storm strength with gust up to typhoon, very well possible, mainly coming in from the east. So that does reduce the risk of a storm surge coming in off of the bay. With that said, of course, continue to check in with Pagasa as well as the Japan Meteorological Agency, but you definitely want to look at those local warnings. Also, people have been sending me photos. I do want to share some of them. If you have photos or videos, please go ahead and send them to me. If you can, always take them in a safe area. I'm not telling you to go out into a typhoon and take some images of the storm, because that would definitely not be very smart at all. For now, though, we're going to continue to track this storm system as it comes on shore throughout your day here on Monday and also into Tuesday, passing south of Manila, and eventually it will move towards the west and turn towards the south. The northeast monsoon really will kill it. Very cool, dry air pouring in out of China here. That's going to just smash the storm apart. So for those of in Vietnam, yeah, there could be some impacts, but I'm not really all too worried. And then still watching this guy back behind it. That one's going to be interesting. I don't expect too much from it, but it's interesting nonetheless, keeping an eye on that. All right, that is all for right now, guys. Questions, comments, and also your reports, please let me know. And of course, yeah, stay safe out there.